Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ken versus 10. Welcome. It is the recap show. I'm going to bring in our guests from last week, Corey and Teresa, Grams and Pops Vintage. Welcome.
Good to be back.
Yes. A fun show last week. For anybody just tuning in, what we did, I always ran a Ken versus 10 show before where it was me taking on my death pile, where I would try to list 10 items out of my death pile, see if I could sell them before the next week's show. And so once I kind of had stopped that for a little bit, just because yard sale season started, I used to do it on Thursday mornings. And I decided when I redid the show that I would bring in a guest. So it's Ken versus 10 versus, and this week, last week was Grams and Pops. And so it was kind of a dual challenge. It was, me against my death pile and them against their death pile to see if we could list 10 items and what we would sell, but then also kind of just a challenge between the three of us, I guess, to see who could beat who.
That's gotta
go. Got your phone going there?
That's stupid. Yep. Well, there are eBay offers coming in, but that's annoying after like the fifth one.
It is. Well, no, not unless they're converting into sales for sure. So we did our challenge, and like I say, a friendly competition between us to see who would win. I always considered when I listed the 10 items that if I could sell 6 of them, I considered that a win. If I got more than half in a week's time, which is really good for eBay really sales, to get, it means you're listing some good items and such. But so before I go through who actually won, I do have to tell you, we kind of messed up though last week. As part of the show is once I was listing the items, I would actually post them live. And we got all the way to the end of the show and we were done, and we did not actually list any of the items because they were all drafted. Everything is drafted pre-hand, and we forgot to actually push the button and list the items. So we did that right away, and almost immediately before we were even done with our chatting, you guys had a sale.
We did.
You did. And
we caught on pretty quick that we hadn't listed them during the show.
and then I tried to cheat you, of course, because I'm a competitive guy, but I understand fun. I understand having fun and being, part of a friendly competition. But when I was checking back through the description of the video, I noticed that the link to your store didn't work.
You cheated us, Ken. You cheated us.
I did. And
I like being the underdog. We can handle that.
So, but that really didn't matter all that much in the scheme of things, because we ended up, you were the victors this week.
Yep.
So that's, you ended up selling. How many of your items did you sell this week?
Half. We got 5 of the 10 sold.
5 of the 10 sold, and 2 of them, boom, right away.
And 2 in the first hour, I think.
I got bested. I got my butt kicked. Not only by Grams and Pops, but by my death pile. I sold 1 of my items, and it was the next day. I don't think it was the same day, but we'll go ahead and throw up here. Hey, I want a couple things. Everybody stick around. We're going to do I figured as part of this, there's not a lot that we can do in the recap show if we're not selling tons of items to have fun. So I am going to add a game show element. So since we got Grams and Pops are a married reselling couple, we are going to do a Newlywed Game a little bit later in the show, just to have a little bit of fun.
Yep.
We'll see if a few more folks jump in here. If you are in the chat, say hello. I'm gonna throw something on. Hey, and there's, let me see, where am I at with my chat? Larry Way Out 1. Hey, Ken. Hey, Grams and Pops.
Hey,
good to see you, Larry. Larry, are you going to, I think you're going to Reseller Rally again this year. I got to meet Larry last year at the Reseller Rally, or 2 years ago. Yeah. And you guys are going this year, right? You've got your...
Yeah, he tried to tell me we only have like a month, a little over a month to go. And I'm like, no, we have all of August and all of September.
All of September, yes,
and half of July.
I'm getting a little excited.
Late.
It's like waiting for Christmas.
Yes, and it is a great time. And so we got Roman jumping in here. Hello, everyone. The Cajun Reseller. Chris, what's up, Ken? Hey, all. Time to sell plush with Chris. Yes, I need to have Chris come on the show and put his plush up against some of my plush. Yeah, because that's what I figured. Okay, here's another thing going forward with the show is I booked my next guest on the show. Sunny Las Vegas is here. Good to see you. And Larry does have his room booked over the weekend. Perfect. My next guest next week on the listing challenge is Dan in Demand will be on with me as next week's guest. And when I was talking with him, he sells mostly clothes and shoes. And I got to thinking, well, my death pile, one of the reasons I do this show for motivation, but my death pile is so extensive that I got to thinking, well, I can hang with just about anybody in any category. So
especially if you don't have to sell any of them.
That's exactly. I just throw up whatever. But Dan likes to do clothes and shoes. I've got clothes and shoes. You know, if somebody wanted to list electronics or Christmas or, you know, kitchen appliances, I can hang with that. So we are going to we're going to have a challenge next week with clothes and shoes with me and Dan in Demand. I could easily beat Dan. All he does is clothes. Yeah, exactly. So some of that stuff is long tail in clothing, but we'll see if we can throw out some. I got some bangers. Some.
You need some sparkle butt jeans.
Yes, I do. I look for sparkle butt jeans. Every time I'm at the sale, I think of you guys. I'm like, oh wait, those are sparkle butt jeans. I should look at them. And
I don't even look them up anymore. I just buy them and then post them.
So it's I'm checking over the chat here. Yeah, Chris, are you going to the rally? I know Roman will be there. He has to be. He's right here in our state in Ohio.
That's where all the YouTube resellers are, aren't they?
And Chris will be in Disney World, spending all of his cash that he makes off of all those plush. Yeah, it is a little bit of a who's who of YouTube creators and a lot of folks I met, you know, folks there, FJ Treasures, that they weren't YouTube creators when they went to the rally. They just kind of wanted to meet some of their favorite personalities, and they ended up starting, just kind of getting motivated and starting their own channel from just kind of that hype of the rally.
And now look at them. They're rolling out bubble wrap and getting famous.
That's right. Yeah, they're getting big time. They probably won't even associate with us because I know they're coming. I think they got their tickets already. But let's get into a little bit of what we actually sold. So I'll go first. We'll go. I think we'll kind of maybe do a little bit of a progression. So right before, we were still chatting after the show in the background. And I see there is, once it pops up, there is Janelle right there. Yes, looking forward to the rally. But right out of the gate, I believe you sold this right here, right? The Logitech G13 Advanced Gamepad sold very quickly for what, $45 right there.
Yep.
And it's already been delivered. And then shortly afterwards, you sold the Nikon Coolpix camera.
I think I underpriced it.
Let's see, what did you do? $59.99. That seems about the going rate. I sell a lot of cameras right in there, and they do go pretty quick for sure.
Yep.
And so of course, once those sales started coming out, here come all the Instagrams with Ken Zero. Everyone kept saying Ken Zero, and I like your choice of creative music behind those Instagram posts.
Through music upon music upon music, trying to find the right song, and
yes.
some of them are horrible.
Yes, but like perfectly horrible.
Yes, exactly. And then I came a little bit of a rebound. I sold this GoPro suction cup mount for $20. So I was happy to see that go. And I thought, okay, game on. We're going for it. And so did I. And then it just slid downhill. So I believe your third sale was one of the vintage Libby cobalt blue glasses right here. Sold at $14.50. Now you had listed those as a multiple listing one, if I remember correctly. And then a couple days went by, I think, before the next sale came out, which was this Uniden Bearcat scanner for $41.50. Was a good sale. And then you snuck one in last night. Was that last night? Was the last sale?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. Now, Corey was getting cocky, though, when we were talking. He's like, I plan on selling at least, 2 or 3 more before the show today.
If they'd have come up as having watchers where I could send the offers, I'd have sent some offers.
I was going to get my family to start buying stuff from me just so I wouldn't look so bad. But
my family don't even like me enough to do it. Otherwise, I'd have.
But hey, I'll take a sale. Of course, you had many other sales, and you can't sell something unless it's listed. So I'm happy with my one sale. But your one that snuck in last night was this vintage yellow Expo solid state radio. Now I see we got the prices marked out there. What did you actually sell that one for?
That one, actually, go back to that where the price was marked. That is the offer price. The $38.70 was the offer we took.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So we had it listed for $42 and we took $38.70.
So that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good week of. I mean, those are basically there are 5. We'll just call them extra sales. You would have probably listed those items anyway during the week. But it's always fun just to kind of to see that and have a little competition against the death pile. And 5 of them.
I think we sabotaged ourselves a little bit for the competition, because as this was going on, we're still listing our $500 a day is kind of what we try to list. So we listed like $500 worth of Littlest Pet Shop. So we really attracted all the attention to one category of the store.
Yes.
And I think it actually did us no favors in the competition.
Well, I suppose that activity in your store helps, but the listing along those. Now, did you sell many Littlest Pet Shop then?
Oh, yeah.
Over the week? Wonderful. Oh,
yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, of course, I had, a lot of other sales, since last week, but just nothing out of this death pile. And there is Jill there. Yay, it's GNP, Grams and Pops, and a few hellos, and a few back. And there's my dear sweet mother. Hiya, Jill. And so you won. The first Ken versus 10 versus goes to Grams and Pops Vintage as the winners. And so there,
should build a trophy room.
You should for the valuable prizes chosen especially for you. Now, what I did with this kind of competition, I guess you would say, is it's a competition against your death pile and against me. And I figure there's two ways for the guests to win. If you beat your death pile or if you beat me, you can win either way. And so we're going to say you tied your death pile with 5 sales, which was great, but you whooped me. It's soundly 5-1 over the last week. So, you get valuable prizes chosen especially for you. First of all, you get
I'm a little scared.
Now, these are wonderful prizes. They're all kind of representative of me, of course, because we all know the DOG, everything's about, but you will get for your trophy case the coveted. This is coveted, even though it's the first one.
Oh my God.
It's the Ken versus 10 winner's trophy right here. This will go on your mantle. And maybe as we get down the road, maybe your entry into the Tournament of Champions.
Ooh.
Where I'll pit you against other resellers in a Ken versus 10.
Yeah. I just want like Ken's family to know what it looks like when he's not playing against 12-year-old girls in a putt-putt tournament. This is what happens.
he gets beat every time. Oh, cool. Your Nancy is going to watch. Hello, Nancy. If you are tuned in, thank you for tuning in.
We've got a spot on our new shelves where that trophy can go right next to a photo.
Wonderful. Well, it just so happens you already have them, but winners of the show also receive a signed headshot of me and the SSK promo sticker. Oh no, it's SSK promo. And if you need to make that sound effect on your own, you are going to be receiving your own.
That's my favorite trophy.
Oh, he's so cool.
He actually says, so you're going to get your own Mr. Bell plush that you can put up there by your trophy.
I've been wondering where to get one of those.
And the best prize of all, your very own box of Kraft macaroni and cheese. This is the original. This is the best stuff right here. You know, so that valuable prizes chosen especially for you. The prize package right there will be coming out your way. Yeah, you need a big shelf for trophies, Roman says. He's more than a little scared. Let's see what else we got. Jill's laughing. Roman's laughing. With just that headshot, Ken won today. Yes.
With that headshot question, how's your negotiation going with Caleb?
It's going well. It's going well. We were invited down to, they're having a 127 meetup. Picking on the plateau or something with the two old guys reselling podcast. And now they're pulling out the big guns because Caleb's wife actually came on and said into the comments, she's trying to get us to come down and get a tour of Caleb's shed and, you know, maybe sign the wall and stuff. So it's not
his old shed or his new one.
I would only do the new shed. I'm not driving to Crossville, Kentucky just to sign an old shed. And so we're going to see. Yeah. The other day, Janelle was the first person to wish me a happy National Macaroni and Cheese Day, which was towards the end of last week or something.
She's even got the shirt for it. She's got that
and I have
cool
my
macaroni and cheese shirt.
So it's not Kraft mac and cheese, but tonight for supper we're having homemade mac and cheese,
which I'm sure is wonderful.
It's way better than Kraft mac and cheese.
It's not going to be.
That was
it's not going to be
words.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I say Crossville, Kentucky? Crossville,
Yep.
Tennessee. I forget what I said. Yeah, we were done. But FJ Treasure sent me that. My own.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Craft
Is it out of like a
Mac
bark box?
Is it what?
Is it like a bark box toy?
No. I don't know.
We had a Blockbuster
It doesn't
one
say.
that was a bark box toy, but the dogs tore it to crap.
And that's actually a Funko brand.
Oh,
nice.
Cool. I didn't realize how many of those.
And he sits back there on top of my FJ Treasures mug that's there. Not better, just different. No, Kraft is better. It is the ultimate in macaroni cheesy goodness. It is the cheesiest. I've seen that on commercials before. But so again, in the Ken versus 10 this week, I got bested. I got my butt kicked in the first one. Congratulations to Grams and Pops. The prize package will be coming out to you soon. And again, as stated before, next week I will be taking on Dan in Demand on Ken versus 10. We will get the show back to the 4 o'clock starting time. We started a little bit late today because you guys had a little bit of a scheduling conflict, because you not only are you full-time resellers, but you also have some other business interests that you run. You want to tell a little bit about that?
We have a brick and mortar axe throwing and escape room business. So we lock people in rooms and let people throw sharp things.
Oh,
and drink beer while they throw
drink beer. So that sounds fun. That to me would sound like a fun business to run. Now the escape rooms, is that do you make up the scenarios, or do you like buy ideas, or how do you go about doing that?
We've got some. When we first started, we bought a few room themes, which when you buy a room theme, you basically get a PDF file that tells you this is kind of the gameplay, and then you have to figure out how to build it and turn it into a room. And then we've also built a few by just from scratch, and had to make up the puzzles and the storyline and all that. So we've done it both ways.
And both of those businesses, they do well for you? Do you good?
Well, summertime is our slow down time because everybody's out doing stuff outdoors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Winter's usually really
Summer's definitely our slow down time. This is more her thing, because she's kind of a social butterfly, and when people come in the front door, I just get angry. I don't even want to be there.
Here, take my money. I want to throw sharp stuff. No thanks. No thanks.
That's him.
So if anybody's in South Dakota, anywhere in the whole state, they should just stop by, right?
Anywhere. Yep.
Anywhere in South Dakota and stop. Do you want to give a plug where you're at?
We're in Madison, South Dakota.
Madison, South Dakota. Okay.
Yep.
We're about an hour north of one of the two big cities in town.
Yep.
Okay.
So, 45 minutes north of Thrifter Sifter.
Okay. All right. And you run across him every now and then at sales.
Yep.
I believe I've seen him in some of your videos.
Yep.
So I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to play a game. I decided, because pretty much we're done with all of the festivities this week for the Ken versus 10 challenge. And I don't now, had I won, we'd have probably turned that into like a whole hour show.
I was going to ask, what happened if you had won? Would we have owed you trophies? Because I didn't read the contract.
Hey, now there's an idea. The person that loses has to send me something. I love it. And there is Paul, the flippin' sports guy. Wow, 4:50 p.m. and Roman's actually awake. Paul has been killing it with content recently. He kind of got back into the content game, and I've seen several YouTube videos from him. I've seen some, IG posts and stuff. So it's good to see Paul back on there again. He's a big sports card, does a lot of sports card stuff. So check him out. And there's our good friend
Lisette.
Happy Tuesday, beautiful people. Lisette, the New England Betty Boop. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you as always. So let's play a game. I thought, each week I would do a little bit of a different game to kind of make the show fun. And because you guys are a married couple doing this together, I thought that we would play a little Newlywed Game. And so
sleeping on the couch tonight.
So what we're going to do is just like a Newlywed Game format. I'm sure a lot of people have seen this show. I have pre-show. I had asked off air and in separate rooms, these questions or whatever. But we're going to go through the questions here with on air so that everybody gets to see the answers, and then we'll bring the other person back in and we'll see if we can't cause a little bit of a ruckus. So between the two of you, one of you needs to get up and leave the room out of earshot.
You going? I'll go leave first. Okay.
I seen she took that headpiece out too. She's up front and honest.
Hold on.
She's still around, so.
Oh, I had to grab her microphone from her. Okay.
Uh-oh.
We're good now. I have her microphone and her headphone.
Kudos to you both. Lisette says she can't work with her husband.
Well, she can't work with me either, but.
Yeah, it's just the way that it happens. So, okay, I've got 5 questions for each of you. We'll ask your set of questions. Then we will bring Teresa back in and see if we see how this works. This is the first time run through, so we will see how it works. So, Corey, who will Grams say? Hold on. Let me make sure that I have this correct. I'm sorry. I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. Okay, here we go. Who did Graham say is the better on-air personality? You or her?
Better on-air personality?
Yes.
She probably, yeah. She would have said her.
She would say that she is the better personality on the.
She
okay.
Would.
So Grams. Okay.
And correctly so.
Second question. What items do you wish that Grams would quit sourcing?
Oh, what items do I wish he would quit sourcing? None, really. Like she does. Let's see. I wish she would quit sourcing glass, like canisters. I don't
glassware
really
and
canisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3, what did Graham say you think is her worst habit? What is
in general?
Yeah, in general. That's not all the questions are reselling. Those are actually the only couple of reselling ones. So what would you say is her worst habit?
Oh, you are trying to get me killed. Her worst habit. Diet Coke is her worst habit.
Diet Coke.
And she drinks warm Diet Coke. She doesn't like it cold, so she drinks it just warm, which makes it so much worse for some reason.
Okay. You know what? I'm thinking. Am I doing this backwards?
I think you are.
She could have been in here during this part.
Do you want me to text her?
I might have messed that up, but okay. Well, let me just finish this and then we'll change it up if we can for the next one. I might have just messed this up because there's no reason when I'm asking the questions, she can be in here.
I feel safer answering if she's not, if that makes a difference.
Oh, you know what? No. Yeah, I had the questions off the air. You can both. Oh, wait, because we wanted the audience to know what the answers were.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just try it this way. Oh, something just clicked. Okay, here we go. If there was a movie about... Nope, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm messing this up. This is okay. If there was a movie about Graham's life, who do you think should play the lead role?
Wow. Kevin Costner.
Should play Graham's in the movies?
No, you said the lead role. I'm the most important thing in her life.
If there was a movie about Graham's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the most important thing in her life, so Kevin Costner would be the lead, right?
Okay, there you go. Perfect. Okay, what is the first thing that attracted you to Graham's? Thank you, Jill.
God. Well, let's just say I didn't see her face first.
Okay, so were you from the back or were you looking down? Okay. We'll say her posterior.
There you go. That's a good way to say it.
And here's why that she could have been in here for this.
No,
because we're gonna bring her back in and she can come in now. And
Let's see, I'll text her.
Okay. This is a first time run through, folks. We're giving her a try. We'll have different games for different guests because obviously Dan and Demand isn't going to play the Newlywed Game.
This isn't going well.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, because I guess
I think you're okay yet, Ken.
Yes.
I think we're still in the right order and stuff here.
Okay. So I asked these questions. These are the questions that I had asked you the other day. Okay. So Pops, you will answer these again. And number one, who is
I just answered?
Yes. Yeah. See, that's why she could have been in here because I would pop up her answer and she already knows the answer. She already knows. Well, I know what they are.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I did this wrong, but hey, like I say, first run through. Okay. I asked him, who did you say is the better on-air personality, you or him? And he said, now here was Graham's. And what did you say, Corey?
I said her.
And she said Graham's as well. So
I know
you got a point. Oh yeah, here's the official.
Probably the last one will get right.
Could you hear that?
I did.
Yep.
This is if you get it wrong. There's your wrong answer sound effects. Okay. So second question, what items do you wish that Graham's would quit sourcing?
That was a hard one. Do you want me to answer it again?
Yeah. And something happened to one of my graphics.
I said,
what did you say?
I said canisters.
Canisters. And what did you say, Graham's?
Barbies.
That
problem is they all sell. Like she proves me wrong and they sell. So.
You go okay, so there's one wrong. Okay. What did Grams say that you think is her worst habit?
I said Diet Coke.
You said Diet Coke is her worst habit, and she said
you said no, ignoring me.
Ignoring
I don't do Diet Coke.
Is that Diet Dr. Pepper?
It is Diet Dr. Pepper.
Okay. If there was a movie about Graham's life, who do you think would play the lead role?
Now, this one might need some explaining. I said that I was the most important part of your life, so the lead role would be played by Kevin Costner.
Why?
What? And
That's
Graham's
what Ken said too, is why.
Oh, wait,
Graham
till you see what I answered.
That you would say that she would be played by Fat Amy. Rebel Wilson from Pitch Perfect.
I so would never have said that.
And a good thing too. Okay. And the last okay, so wait. We got that there.
We got a couple.
What is the first thing that attracted you to Grams? And you said
the rear view.
The rear view, her posterior, if you will. And she said that you just noticed that she was cute.
It was cute.
No, not my
ass. Okay, so Corey got 1 out of 5 in that.
Appropriate.
So you know what? Since I have these, I don't think that you need to leave. I don't think you need to leave the room, because I can ask the questions. She can answer them. I know what your answers were originally.
Yep. So
I think it'll make the flow a little bit better. And then we'll stop and we'll re-record the whole show and do it right. No, we're not going to do that. Okay. So, are you ready, Grams, for your set of questions? Okay.
You didn't. Okay. Yep.
Go ahead.
Nope. You're fine. Go ahead.
Tell me. Oh. Are you ready? Okay.
Yep.
So I asked these questions of Pops earlier. Who will he say is the better picker, you or him?
Me.
And you said, and he said, Grams. There we go. Okay. Who would he say is the better driver, you or him? Him. And he said, Grams.
What?
I never drive.
But you complain the whole time I drive.
I am the better driver. There's no doubt about that. It's just, I figured you would say you were the better driver.
No, because I know you bitch at me. Oh, sorry. You complain at me all the time.
This is no longer a family show.
It is not, but it's getting fun. Okay.
You remember? No, hold on. Now you all remember that he said Grams is the better driver, therefore he has to quit complaining.
I said Grams would say that Grams is the better driver. No. Big difference.
No.
Okay, we're gonna cut it short here.
Okay, here we go. Nope, we got question number 3. What is the one thing you two will never agree on? What did Corey say is the one thing you will never agree on?
That's a hard one.
I know.
We'll never agree that Pops is always right.
Well, one of us will agree.
We will never agree Pops is always right, because he's not.
I don't know what keeps happening to my graphics here. Let me open that one back up. But what he said was food. That you will never agree.
And he's not.
You're a what type of person?
I like pasta.
Okay. Well, that's what he said in his answers, that he likes one thing and you hate it, and you love one thing and he hates it, and you never can decide where to eat. And so food was the answer there.
Way to go.
Okay, so where are you at? You've got one right so far in your 5 questions. So question number 4. What is the one thing you wish Pops would get rid of?
What?
You can't say me.
That's a hard one.
I had to think about this. Was a tough one. I didn't have a good answer.
One thing that he keeps around that you want him to get rid of?
I don't even know. His beard?
What? I would look 9.
So you don't.
I did not get this one right.
You don't like the beard?
No, I don't know if I necessarily like it. He just has times where they just stick out all different ways.
So it's more of a maintenance thing.
Yeah. Even when he shaves it, it still has ones that they're just wild.
I may need some tips, and I'll need some product this year.
Somehow you need to get you some beard oil and some beard balm and some beard butter, and condition your face and eat right, and it'll all work out.
Well, you have to send me a list, because that seems
regular
like
trend. I will. Yeah. Oh, and when I get into to Santa beard time, when it's out, it's everyday maintenance, and usually by January I'm ready to shave it off. No, but of what's one thing that Pops would get rid of? He thought that you would say his old pickup truck.
Oh, it just sits in the thing. I don't even notice it unless I have to go look for eggs.
His 50. You keep your chickens near your trucks?
They go back there.
It's under a lean-to part of our building, and the chickens go back there and randomly lay eggs back there. And then we find a big wad of eggs sitting there.
Really? That's interesting.
My dad, so speaking of El Caminos, my dad had 3. I drove a 1975 El Camino that was 2 different colors in high school. And then when my dad passed away, they sold his 66 El Camino. And my brother, one of my younger brothers ended up buying my dad's 1964 Chevy El Camino.
Oh, really?
Yep, he just drove it to our family reunion.
That's cool. Yeah, I always thought the El Camino was cool. It's like, I need a truck, but I still want to drive a car.
It's like the mullet of the Chevy family.
The mullet. And the last question. So it is 1-1 right now. So Teresa, you could win this.
Don't give me a hard one.
What song best describes your love life?
Yep. That's the question.
What?
Oh, God. I don't know. That's a little personal.
It is.
Oh, I know he's not going to say it, but I just got to say it just because.
What is it?
Have you ever heard the song by Buck Cherry called Crazy Bitch?
I have.
I just had to pick that.
Is that your answer?
Is that your answer you're going with?
No, I'm thinking. Give me a second to think.
Well, I think that we have really been enlightened here with that. When that was the first thing that came to mind, I think you should put parental warnings on your videos now.
We probably should have from the beginning.
I'm trying to think of songs.
Larry. Just go with it.
I'm trying to think of songs.
You already did.
Okay, we'll go with Crazy Bitch.
What Crazy Bitch? Well, you're gonna get, because on the complete opposite spectrum of your answer.
Once in a Blue Moon?
No. Corey went with that classic Simon and Garfunkel hit, The sound of silence.
That's not what happened. I think what happened was I pled the fifth, and he just changed it to sound of silence.
And I put yes, it was the fifth. I'm not answering. I'm not sleeping on the couch. Corey had said that Jill had helped me with the questions. He said, well, make sure you thank Jill for a night on the couch in the garage.
Yeah, those trophies in retrospect aren't really that great anymore.
Yes.
Like, you're going to have to beef up that package when you're causing all the marital divide here.
Have like a hotel room stay or something like that you can get. Yeah. What? Hey, it's better than Jill when we were answering the questions. And I said, when it's what describes your love life, she went with an Eric Carmen tune, all by myself. But that's what she said my song would be. So,
that's awesome.
So okay, that went okay. I appreciate you playing along, and we'll fine tune some of these games as we go along. But so that one was a tie. So at 1-1 between Corey and Teresa on the first
outcome we could hope for
on the first Newlywed Game. And if I have some other couples on later on, we will try that again. So, what else we got? You guys had a good week so far? Sales. I know you sold a lot of Littlest Pet Shop, but rest of the sales were good. And
Monday was crazy. We had 14 orders this morning.
Yeah, we had 12 this morning.
Yeah, it's been eBay's been crazy lately. Everybody's talking about it being slow. We're not seeing it.
Yeah, I've been consistent. I think I just had like 3 go out today, but that was, hey, I'm happy with that. It's 3 more things out the door and off the shelf. And
they were
none
at
of them
5 right now for today.
We just shipped 12 this morning, and we got 5 sold already for today. So it's just trucking along.
Cool. I love it. Let's see. Let's see what came through on my phone while we were talking.
I was kind of hoping one of them was another one of our items for this, but it hasn't been. So.
Oh, it was a watcher had sent, or somebody had sent me a message on an item that I sent out an offer on earlier, and they'd said I would pay I would pay $10 or $12 for that. They sent me a message, and I just want to answer back. No, you wouldn't.
That sounds like a guy. We had a guy send us a message on a shirt that it doesn't have tags on it. You have to measure it because it's like, I don't know. And I've seen some out there, and he sent me a message yesterday saying, you can buy these brand new for the same price. Really? And I wanted to send back, then buy it from them.
Yeah. There's a lot of times. And there's Lisa, the Jersey Gypsy. Hello. Thank you for joining us today. And so, yeah, there's another episode of Ken versus 10 in the books. I appreciate you guys. It's a 2-week commitment there as far as the time frame. So I appreciate you coming on both weeks. I will get your prize package out to you soon.
Been a little longer show if you'd have sold a few more things.
I'll do my best next time.
Cutting it short here.
Larry said his Sunday was slow, but Monday had 20 and today 14 already. Excellent. 2 while you were watching. Excellent. I love it. I love everybody. I love everybody getting sales. Now I need to I need to get more of the sales of the stuff I listed on the show is helpful. My best record so far is 8. I sold 8 out of 10 items, and that wasn't just, padding the stats with video games or anything. They were actually legitimate sales. So
how many did you do on the auction show that time?
I think I sold 3 of the 10 items that were on auction. And again, that being the first time through, I could have done that a little bit better a little different. Of course, I don't ever run auctions. And so it was just a trial because, somebody had mentioned in a video that auctions were kind of picking up and more people were doing them. But, 11:30 a.m. on a Thursday morning is a horrible time to end an auction. I'd have to do that like a primetime Sunday night or something like that show to see if it actually was a viable thing. But it was fun. It was good to see, those things and to get some of those sales while I was, that last countdown of the item. And had I thought it through a little bit more, I would have spaced out the auctions a little bit so that I could have kept up with it. Because people really didn't have time if there would have been any viewers that wanted to bid a last second or something like that. That didn't work out. But yeah, it was fun. We don't
do well with auctions either. We did a junk box auction and it sold for 99 cents.
Yep. Yeah, that's miserable when you start them and you're hoping that, maybe at the last minute someone's going to come in and, a little bit of a bidding war. And
I was okay with it going out at 99 cents, or I wouldn't have put it up there. I was just, of course, you're always hoping that it'll pick up and take something, but it was stuff I was legitimately willing to just give away anyway.
Yeah,
now I sound like
exactly.
Sales on whatnot. That was really dumb. I shouldn't do that again.
Yeah, not at the 99-cent starting bid, or just put it one of those things, perceived value. Just put it, start the bid real high, and somebody go, oh, there's got to be something in there that I want. So,
yeah, but then what's disputed is not as described, and then you're screwed.
This is true. Everybody's got a complaint or something, it seems, these days. Do you guys get many returns on your items?
I think since we've started doing it, I think we've had maybe 5 to 8.
Oh, that's good. And you've been in it a year. Yeah, that's not.
The one guy sent us ordered a belt buckle from us, and you could see how shiny it was, and they got it, and then they messaged us and said they wanted to return it because it was too shiny for them.
Oh, really? Yeah. I figured he was going to send you back an old tarnished one. Like, look how bad this is. And he's going to send it back. So, all right. I think we are going to wrap this show up for another week. Again, I appreciate you coming on. Sorry, I cheated you there with your link not working in the eBay store. You probably could have beat the death pile. Got that extra sale because somebody was trying to click on the link from the video. But
it's a pretty high dollar items that have not sold yet. So it was 2 of the remaining items are over $150. So
that would have been exciting.
Yep.
To see those sales. But you had all of those sales were pretty decent.
Yeah.
Decent amounts.
Yeah, so all between $30 and $50.
My mac and cheese stirrer. You still haven't purchased that one, but I did see somebody else. They use it to melt makeup, like put makeup, like when they redo the makeup. Yeah, they use it to shake it and melt it. And
candle making.
Well, see, you can get one of those out.
Yes.
Hook it up, shake up your macaroni and cheese.
What I should do: turn a brand new $400 machine into
a mac and cheese maker.
A used mac and cheese maker.
Yeah, you could show. That's how you could do the pictures. Take some new photos of it and say, cheesy goodness on it. And it's going to just go. It's going to move.
Like that would be right on the par with the kind of decision making that led me to sell 99 cents worth of junk drawer.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Well, that is it for today. Grams of Pops Vintage. Make sure to check out their channel. It will be linked the proper. Well, I had your show link in there properly. So, or your channel, your YouTube channel link was in there properly, just not your eBay store. And check them out. I appreciate you guys coming and having some fun with me here the last couple weeks. Be sure to tune in next week at 4 p.m. Eastern. I will have Dan in Demand on the show with me. We're going to see if we can beat our death pile next week. So everybody enjoy what is today? Today is just Tuesday. So enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully you hit some good sales this weekend if you're going out yard sailing. And just remember, it's not going to sell if you don't list it. Don't let that death pile get out of control. And we'll see you next week.
See you next time.